Hello everyone, happy to be here to take you on a ride through all the exciting playgrounds where Can-Am Off-Road will be adventuring in model year 26. Whether you spend your days wrangling herds on the ranch or racing to stay ahead of the pack on the trails or dunes, there is no job too tough and no trail too rough for a Can-Am. From industry firsts and even some world firsts to upgrades and innovations across the board, this season more than ever, our ATV and side-by-side lineups are just made to be unstoppable. They are built to prove it. Let me show what I mean, starting with some big news for our Can-Am ATVs. Our road to electric started in 2023 with the Ski-Doo Expedition and Grand Touring snowmobiles and continued in model year 25 with the launch of our two-wheel electric motorcycles, the Can-Am Pulse and Origin. Our plan for electrifying our product lineups continues in model year 26. Once again, we're charging into new terrains. Get ready to power up with the 2026 Can-Am Outlander Electric. Band, hold off here for a second while we listen to the silence. Asta Cruiser, how are you?
Great to see you again, Sandy, and hello, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. You realize that you just rode up here the world's first mass production electric Outlander. How does that feel?
You know, Sandy, it's hard to express what a unique experience it is to ride a silent Outlander. I honestly didn't know what to expect, and I was truly blown away by how it made me notice and experience my surroundings differently. It's so wild to be blasting along and all you hear is rocks flying up behind you. And the silent ride is just one feature. The Can-Am team packed this EV with everything they knew riders like me would expect from an Outlander.
And that's right. It makes zero compromises on performance or capabilities. Class-leading suspension, ground clearance, towing capacity, and rack capacity, it's all in there.
Well, Sandy, being first is only fun if you're also the best. And I can confirm the Can-Am team has definitely nailed both of those.
It all starts with our Rotax e-Power unit, delivering 47 horsepower with instant torque and incredible control.
You say 47 horsepower, but with that stump-pulling EV instant torque, it really does feel like way more.
And at the heart of it is an 8.9 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, giving you up to 50 miles or 80 kilometers of range. That's more than enough to plow through your chores. And Regen technology helps to maximize your range as well.
When you're running low, the battery charges from 20 to 80% in less than an hour, using the 6.6 kilowatt charger. So by the time your lunch break is over, it's ready to go.
And just like on our Pulse, an Origin electric motorcycle, the battery, motor, inverter, and charger are all liquid cooled. Liquid cooling is the superpower that maximizes your EV performance, and it reduces the charging time. And it gives the Outlander Electric an operating range of -20 to +40 degrees Celsius. That's -4 to 104 Fahrenheit. And the cherry on the sundae, a 5-year warranty on the battery.
Sandy, based on my experience, there's no question it can get the job done. But what I also want to tell our audience is just how drivable it is. I had a chance to rip down the trails, get the front wheels up, and I even threw it into low and just did a little rock crawling just to see how it handled. The thing did so dang great. It really did surprise the heck out of me and all of you will experience the same thing when you get to take one out.
The entire Rotax e-Power system has been calibrated for precision maneuvering, and it includes when you're backing up. You can change direction on the fly with just the touch of a button and without taking your hands off the handlebar. It's a total game changer when you're plowing or trying to move around in a tight space.
And when you say on the fly, you mean it, because I can reverse even when I'm moving forward of up to 12 miles an hour. It's another phenomenon that riders really have to experience for themselves.
Now, we also improved the cockpit experience with an all-new 5-inch color display, high quality and loaded with convenient features. So, why did you think of that?
I loved it. I can clearly see all my key settings and riding metrics now, and I can even use it to manage my battery charging. Plus, the quality of it just adds a very nice premium look to the whole vehicle. I also really like that the pod light shows me whether the vehicle is running or charging. It looks distinctive and it's super handy.
So here's something else that's handy, the huge range of accessories you can add on to customize your ride. There are more than 120 that are compatible with this vehicle, including tracks and plows, just like every Outlander. Well, Asta, you think we've given the audience a big enough jolt of excitement about the brand new Outlander EV?
Definitely. I won't say I was skeptical, but I will say that I'm stoked that this is a true Outlander in every sense of the word. Can-Am nailed it.
And I can't ask for better than that.
Now, since we're talking about industry-leading innovations, I got to ask you about something else. I heard that Can-Am is launching yet another industry first this season. Smart shocks on the Outlander XTP, is that true?
It is indeed. For model year 26, for the first time ever in the industry, we put smart shocks on an ATV. It's available as an option on the Outlander XTP, and it will come standard on the limited package.
Nice. Not only does Smart Shocks deliver the industry's fastest suspension response, but I also like that it has different driving modes. Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus, which is great when you really want to get rowdy. Just when you thought the Gen 3 platform couldn't get any better. All right, Sandy, I'll let you get on with the show, and I'll see all you later in the freaking showroom. Let's go.
Thanks, Asta. It's been a blast. We'll catch you later. Ben, once again, hold off and let the audience appreciate the silence. That is amazing. In Anaheim last year, we celebrated the incredible momentum of our Can-Am ATV story over the past few years and kept it going in model year 25 with the launch of our hugely successful Outlander 850 and 1000R big bore platform. And now in model year 26, in response to our customers' needs, we decided to push the big bore even more. Because whether they're working in punishing conditions, hauling heavy cargo, towing, or all of the above, our 6x6 riders have made it clear. They need the biggest, baddest 6x6 around, one that's made to crush every task and conquer any terrain. So we built a beast that's tough enough to take on the terrain so wild and unforgiving, most riders wouldn't even dare to go there. When you want to forge your own path, power through anything, and haul anything along for the ride, this one is made for you. Meet the all-new 2026 Outlander 6x6 Backcountry 1000R.
Super excited to be here tonight. So, Sandy, what do you think of my ride?
What a monster.
That it is for sure. Built on a platform with unstoppable power and torque, with serious suspension and ground clearance, plus a beast of a box made for the toughest job. It's the ATV every hardcore user has been waiting for. So, Sandy, why don't we show the audience what it's made of?
Let's do that. At the heart of it is the big board platform you first met in model year 25, packed with industry-leading horsepower, torque, towing capacity, and rack capacity, topped off by leading suspension travel and ground clearance.
Powering that monster is a Rotax 1000cc V-twin engine, which, let's remember, was the first ever to pass the triple-digit horsepower mark at 101 HP. Combine that with a new silky smooth P-drive primary clutch, and you get a throttle response that's super precise in any conditions.
Then we added the all-wheel drive system with Visco 6-lock, Can-Am's all-grip and no-slip front-locking diff. With just a flick of a switch, you have all 6 wheels fully locked and pulling you through to the other side of the terrains that would be otherwise unthinkable.
Also, helping you cruise right over all that rough stuff is class-leading suspension and handling. Arched A-arm both front and rear give the Outlander 6.6 13 inches of ground clearance and close to 10 inches of suspension travel all around. Those are both top of the class. And to control all that travel, Sandy, Showa IFP gas shocks.
That's right, the first ever 6x6 to come with gas shocks. You'll be able to take on the toughest terrain in full control and comfort.
The awesome suspension design plus the longer wheelbase add up to the most comfortable and capable 6.6 ever to roll off a factory floor. Then we gave it a suit of armor with a fully heavy-duty front bumper, full skid plate, footwell protectors, front and rear A-arm protectors and guard, plus a 3,500-pound winch with synthetic rope.
It sounds like a tank, Chris.
Yeah, but way nicer to drive, trust me.
We know users also expect next-level towing and hauling capacities. Well, we got you covered with a massive 1,000-pound capacity dump box. That is another industry best, but there's a lot more to it than just how much it can haul. It's also incredibly versatile. With sidewalls you can easily remove in a few seconds without any tools, allowing you to fit any oversized cargo. Plus, you'll find loads of attachment points for all your link accessories or tie-downs.
Sandy, now we gotta talk about those tires. 30-inch XPS Iron Force, mounted on aggressive-looking 14-inch beadlock wheels, and nice big brakes.
And you've got 2 different packages to choose from, the DPS and the backcountry, as well as 3 engine options, the 700, the 850, and the 1000R, and all with the same big box in the back. And by the way, for riders wanting a highly capable Outlander with kick-ass looks, more ground clearance, and more capacity in tough terrains, the backcountry package is also available in a 4x4 version. Complete with the same 30-inch tires and 14-inch beadlock wheels, HPG gas shocks, and an exclusive multicam black coloration.
Okay, now that's a lot of features and novelty we just threw at our audience. So let's recap the key takeaways. A brand new monster 6x6 with 101 HP, huge factory installed tires, and an adaptable box with 1,000-pound capacity.
Looking forward to seeing what our riders can do with it. You know, when it comes to our ATV business, quite simply, no other OEM has invested the way we have. From lineup revamps, refreshes, to totally new platform launches, and now to the world's first mass production electric ATV, as well as the first ever ATV with smart shocks. We're putting everything we've got into giving our riders more of what they want, need, and expect from their Can-Am ATVs. Now, since we're on a roll here, Chris, what do you say we buckle up and move to side by side?
Let's rock on.
When you want to kick things up a notch, nothing takes you for a joyride like a Can-Am side-by-side.
And where the red line is, our Maverick X3 lineup continues to lead the pack. Since its introduction in 2017, the X3 has ruled the podium and it's got a stack of trophies to prove it. Now, in model year 26, in addition to some nice refreshes across the lineup, we're also hitting the trails.
Meet the mean machine that's purpose-built to conquer the trails, the 2026 Can-Am Maverick X3 X Package.
A proven class-leading Rotax 135 horsepower turbo engine under the hood, then Fox 2.5 podium RC2 piggyback shocks all around, so you'll have no problem when those trails are showing you no mercy. Then we added some serious protection, like hood skid plate, full roof, complete aft doors, and a front bumper with heavy-duty winch and synthetic rope.
And then there's the #1 request from our X3 riders, infotainment integration. Yes.
Yeah.
Our solution, our 10.25-inch touchscreen display with a new rear camera, built-in GPS, and our new Group Ride features. For Group Ride, riders in select countries will be able to see and keep track of their riding buddies even when they're off-grid without a cellular network.
In addition to seeing your friends, you'll also be able to see other Can-Ams that aren't in your group, so you're always aware of your surroundings. And by the way, all model year 26 Can-Am off-road vehicles with infotainment will have the same awesome new Group Ride feature.
And finally, to make the adventure even more epic, we've repriced the Maverick S3 DS Turbo to $19,999 for model year 26. Under $20K. Plus, we've doubled the 6 months warranty to a full 12 months, and folks, that doesn't only apply to this model. That's on every ATV and side-by-side in the Can-Am lineup.
Wow. Now, that is what we mean when we talk about creating serious value. Love it, Sandy.
I couldn't agree more. On this, Chris, we'll see you shortly. Of course, off the trails, you already know that the Maverick X3 is a champion of all rock crawlers. It's the high performance built for anything badass that dominated the King of the Hammers 3 years in a row. Then in 2024, our fierce Maverick cars storm onto the scene at the KOH and, with Kyle Cheney behind the wheel, made jaws drop by taking first place in the UTV Rock Race. And it was also the first vehicle ever to jump backdoor, a steep, rocky climb that challenges the abilities of even the most skilled off-road drivers and vehicles. This year, the unstoppable duo of Kyle and the Maverick car made history in the toughest class in the Race of Kings, the Ultra 4400, by stealing first place right out from under all those $250,000 custom-built race cars. That takes something pretty incredible. So for model year 26, we took all the true grit of the industry's most powerful side-by-side and made it even grittier. Strap in and get ready to crush the rock-crawling world with the most premium side-by-side the world has ever seen. And who better than Kyle Cheney himself to drive it up here? Welcome, Kyle. Welcome.
Hello, Sandy. Hello, everyone.
At KOH this year, you were more or less racing the 2026 XRC with a little modifications, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. In the really nasty parts, it basically crawled over everything like it was nothing.
Now, speaking of which, you got to tell us about this now famous climb, or should I say jump, in 2024 that blew everyone away.
Yeah, it had never been attempted before, but after driving the Maverick R, I knew it was a different beast, so I just sent it, and the rest is history.
This is just amazing. Can't wait to see what crazy stunt you're going to pull off at the next King of the Hammer. And I'm hearing you're headed for a new exciting adventure.
Yeah, in January, I'll be teaming up with Hunter Miller, Felico Lopez, Jeremiah Gonzalez Frioli at the 2026 Dakar Rally. Definitely a new experience for me, and I can't wait.
This is exciting stuff. And I know we'll be following this all along. It was great talking to you, Kyle. We'll see you in the showroom. Thank you.
See y'all later.
Kyle Cheney, everyone. Well, let's get into the specs a bit more. It all starts with a brute of an engine, the Rotax 999T, our most powerful in the side-by-side segment at 240 horsepower. Then, we fitted in a beefed-up dual-clutch transmission with lower gear ratio for better low-speed control. Combine that with a new rock driving mode for maximum traction, including a dedicated smart lock mode, and you'll quickly discover that the new XRC isn't out to play, it's out to win. Talking about winning, when you want to be the first to get to your next riding spot, just activate the new launch control mode feature and you'll be off like a shot. Now, I know some of you have your eyes on these tires and no, you're not seeing things. Those are an industry first, from factory, 35-inch XPS Hammer King rock climbing tires, so you can leave every obstacle eating your dust. Add a factory-installed steering damper, a full skid plate, anti-intrusion bar, premium audio, and optional Smart Shot technology, and you have a serious machine that's ready to play hard. It's available in 2-up and a max configuration. The 2026 XRC completes the playground where Maverick dominates desert, dune, and now rock. Drivers, let's get these off the stage and into tonight's favorite playground, our showroom. That was some serious fun. But you know, we always save the biggest news for last. So, who remembers when we launched the very first Can-Am Defender back in 2016? It was a lot more than just a game changer. Right out of the gate, the Defender set the bar for performance, reliability, and comfort. And it's been a dynamic decade since then, with introductions like our hugely successful cab HVAC, the Defender Pro with a long box, the 6x6 with the industry's best traction, and the super capable XMR, just to name a few highlights. Whether you're working, hunting, or just cruising around, the Defender has always been the one that stands for true value, that's engineered to outperform and built to last. And here we are in 2026, the 10-year anniversary of that very first hardworking Defender. You know what? We think that calls for something big. Welcome back, Chris. I see you like to make big entrances.
Yeah, well, like you said, we have been waiting for this moment. It's a whole new day for the Can-Am Defender, and boy, is it a good one.
And it looks like it means business.
Right? As you can see, it's still got that pure Defender DNA. We did not want to mess with that. But we've upgraded pretty much everything for the 10-year anniversary with leading ground clearance, suspension travel, torque, towing, cargo capacity, and noise reduction. It's a lot more than just more capable. It is simply the best Defender we've ever built.
Proof point number one, a new chassis that's been toughened up to take the most demanding work and play scenarios without flinching an inch. Next, every component of the suspension is now bigger, tougher, and more robust, from the suspension arms to the bearing, wheels, hubs, knuckles, and to the nuts and bolts.
And that's just for starter. New double A arm, front and back, dishing out class-leading 12 inches of suspension travel, drastically improving stability and performance.
Honestly, the best way to put that suspension to the test is to put it to work. Load up that box with a quarter ton, put it in gear, and you'll feel it instantly.
Yep, no more squeak, no more maintenance on any of your suspension components, and a smoother and better ride all around. All that, and we haven't even opened up the hood yet. So let's do that. Driving the 2026 Can-Am Defender is a totally new, built from the ground up, 999 triple-cylinder Rotax Ace engine, the HD11, cranking out 95 horsepower and 70 pound-feet of torque.
That's huge, and that's key. You know, we always put a lot of focus on horsepower, which makes sense, of course, but in a work environment, torque is the name of the game, and this is a torque monster.
Yep. The CVT transmission, also brand new. We improved the durability, reliability, and performance of every component, as well as the gear engagement. So now, shifting is smooth as butter, thanks to the P-Drive with rollers. Same heavy-duty technology you will find on high-horsepower Maverick models.
And if you're wondering about stopping power, we've added new, larger disc brakes And we've even redesigned the brake pads for better performance and feel.
And Sandy, we have to talk about that new cargo box.
For sure. When you need to load up, it's custom made for multitasking. D-rings to secure your load, tons of link attachments and configuration options, and even a 12-volt power outlet. We also know that for many riders, sundown doesn't mean like it's time to clock out. We've added the brilliant new LED lighting all around, as well as clever new backup lighting, so you can see what's behind you, even in the dark.
All right, let's get inside the cab next, because there you will find your dream dash. One of the biggest upgrades here is the infotainment display with built-in GPS. Yes, yes. It comes standard on all Limited and Lone Star model, and it's available as an option on XT and XT cab. It's got all the bells and whistles you just heard about on the Maverick XRC, including camera. We added a rear camera right across the Defender lineup, and with Lone Star package, there's also a front camera. And by the way, both Limited and Lone Star packages also include premium audio feature.
So I'm sure you're getting by now the idea that the new All Defender gives you more of everything. But there's actually one area where it's specifically designed to give you less, and that's noise and vibration. While it's an area where the Defender already excels, we were still able to cut the noise level by half again, easily a category best.
Wow, so you've got a quieter, more comfortable ride, and all your controls right at your fingertips with improved dash, touchscreen display. You know what, Sandy? I may never want to get out of it.
And with that in mind, we also improve all the ergonomics, from redesigned seats to, check this out, a quick tilt steering wheel that you can move completely out of the way, making it easier to get in and out of your vehicle.
Wow, I love that feature. That's what we call meaningful innovation for our customers. And for our cab models, the HVAC system is critical, especially in those markets that struggle with high heat during their workday. Here again, we aim straight for the top with massively improved cooling capacity, efficiency, and airflow. We actually double the airflow capacity, so you'll be able to work through those sizzling hot summer days like there's nothing.
And of course, we can't forget about the all-important accessories. We've got over 200 different ones that fit the new Defender, and more than 100 that are new in model year 26, including some smart accessories that can be controlled right from the cockpit.
Sandy, I feel we could go on all night. There's so much stuff to cover on this new platform, but I know we gotta wrap things up quickly. So I encourage everyone to catch the What New session tomorrow to get all the details from our product experts.
I want to say once again just how proud and excited we are to be celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Defender with the addition of this incredible HD11 engine to our existing lineup. Great way to pay homage to the brand.
Absolutely. And it's also a good opportunity to remind everyone that Defender HD7, 9, and 10 on the current platform are still available.
And what's more, we have made some impressive price adjustments. Listen to this. Namely, the Defender HD9 at $14,299. And on the new platform, the Defender Cab XT HD11 at $29,99 is priced lower than last year's lowest cab HVAC model. And by the way, as we speak, production of this new platform is started, and you should see some units hitting the showroom very soon.
Wow, very exciting stuff. In 2026, Can-Am is going to be more unstoppable than ever.
So how about we keep the unstoppable vibe going by making our exit in something else new.
Of course, you bet.
The 2026 Defender XMR.
Woohoo! I'll go wait for you in the XMR. See you in the showroom.
As you can see, we still have lots more product news, and it's all waiting for you in the showroom, which is where we're headed in a moment with our driver, Mintan. Thank you for being here with us tonight, and of course, as always, for your unwavering commitment to our brands. You're the reason we're here, and the reason we get to celebrate our successes. I look forward to celebrating much more with all of you, both at Club and the seasons ahead. Now, tonight was all about the product, but tomorrow we get down to business. So I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning at the business meeting. We'll see you in the showroom in a few minutes, where we'll get the rest of the night started. Have fun, everyone. Thank you.